Samyukta got time in as usual in Bangalore traffic. She will join with us. On behalf of Kaveri Hospital and especially Dr. Jagdish and the other author team, Dr. Mohan Vijay, I want to thank all the guests of the day. Definitely, this is one more addition to the feather of Kaveri, like electronicity, which is most need of the hour in multiple sense. She had a brief discussion, very interesting discussion about Dhoni and other things and all. Very interesting things are happening. So now the medical profession is becoming a part of the athlete and the sports in many ways. First one is the injury. Unlike earlier and now whatever the intensity of the injury, very well it can be treated and within the shortest time they can go back to work.
What we think about it, when we get an injury, ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕನ್ನಡನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬದಲಾಯಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕೆಲವು ಇಂಜುರೀಸ್ ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಇಂಜುರೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಮಂಡಿ ನೋವಾಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಹಿಪ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಹಿಪ್ ಏಟ್ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಶೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಏಟ್ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಯೂಶಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಜನರಲ್ ಆರ್ಥೋಟಿಕ್ ಸರ್ಜನ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಕೆಲವು ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಗೂ ಈಗ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಾಲಿಟಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ 20 ವರ್ಷ 30 ವರ್ಷ ಹಿಂದೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಜನರಲ್ ಆರ್ಥೋಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಅವರು ಜನರಲ್ ಸರ್ಜನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು. ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೈಗೊಬ್ಬ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕಾಲೊಬ್ಬ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರೀ ಶೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರೀ ಮೊಣಕೈ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೀಪ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಅದ್ರ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಹಾಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಅಥ್ಲೀಟ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ವಾಪಸ್ಸು ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಈಗ ಅವ್ರು ಮುಂಚೆ ಆಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಏನ್ ಇಂಜುರಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕಳಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅದು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಬೇಕಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮಗೆ ಬಹಳ ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ನಾವು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಐ ರಿಯಲಿ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅವರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿಜಯ್ ಭಾಸ್ಕರ್ ಸರ್ ಹೂ ರಿಯಲಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಸ್ ಇನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಾಲಿಟಿ. ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅವ್ರು ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಸ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ ಕಲೀಗ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮೋಹನ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಿಜಯ್ ಕುಲಕರ್ಣಿ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸೊ ಈ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಲೀಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಶೋ ಹೌ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂಡ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನಾವು ಈ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. When I started the department in MIUT in Chennai in 2008, he unveiled that there should be a department where we should cater only the people who get injured and they should be treated well. So he was the first guru. I always thank to him to get into this one idea, and this is Mark Ferguson who treated Sachin Tendulkar. So he had my that idea. He always keep telling me that so you should develop in such a way that getting things to that is very important, where the patients or the injured athletes should never feel that they are as a patient. They should get into an ideas where they can come out of it. Psychology is very much important, as Dr. Vijay Bhaskar sir already told. Psychology of the people, the patients is very important to make them to push back to the normal to play. And next is another big man from France. So these are all very top in the sports surgeons. So after thanking these two players, the first, some of I don't want to tell most of the many players. I'll tell a few people who really I came across in my career while treating the sports injuries. He is Darren Sami. He had injured his shoulder when he was playing for an RCB in Bangalore, and he was in the peak period. He came here, when the way he spoke to me was really anybody can really surprise to me, because he spoke to one word, doctor, if you give me a certificate that I am not fit, he is going to lose crores of rupees. So imagine that is the most so important, because the career for any people is not so easy, because they have built up from the beginning, and one certificate can really put them in problem. So we have to avoid him in coming to the into the press, and have to treat him in such a way that he came back to the sports. And that was the time next year that they beat India and they took the ICC World Cup. So the therapy and the management treatment is really played very well about it. And some of the other ones which we cater to treat the people, the patients, is the advanced treatment, what I can help in. The meniscus replacement ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So meniscus replacement ಅಲ್ಲಿ this is one of the procedure where when meniscus ಅರ್ಧೋಗಿದ್ರೆ meniscus stitch ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಕೆಲವು ಸಲ, but ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆ meniscus ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ನಾವು replacement ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, transplant ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. One of the athlete, he is also a football player from New Zealand. He had to go around many of the places which he could not get in the treatment what he could able to get it, and then somehow to the Google somehow he found that we at that time I got a certificate from Germany to cater that implant, because the implant is a very costly implant, it was not available anywhere. So each implant it costed around somewhere around 1.5 lakhs. So plus other treatment costs really time. So aga now surgery madadaga, so he was so much happy that, and he asked me recently, can you do for the same procedure for the other knee? That means that the transplant, the meniscus replacement which we had done in 2016 has really worked, and is asking for the other side of the knee. So the procedure now patient at least get normal vocal activities madadike we have so much of technology and so much of techniques is available to keep them. And next, I don't have to tell about our main Padma Shri Award winner right now, Josh Chinappa. She always used to be very punctual. So I always tell her, okay, I'm really scared about when I give an appointment. If I give an appointment 12 o'clock, she'll be there at 11:50. So if I'm stuck up in a surgery, then I have to call up to my people and tell them, make her somewhere, sit somewhere and make her so that is the time, she punctual. And the same thing, same time, when she had injury, she was in a peak of her career, right? She was very peak at that time. One of my radiologists has said about it. I don't have to tell. I think she will tell about all those things and all. But getting back to this, it is such a injury and it's very young age and very peak career is very difficult. And that was the time when I operated on her, and it was very young both, and journey carried from there. And she came back very sportively, and the ranking which she had was definitely she improved, and she has always told me that she thanked me for that, getting into it. So it is a team effort which she used to take, and her physio, I think Yusuf, right? Yes. He has to always, whenever she comes for the review, he used to call me and he used to pick me. That is the humbleness of the physios they had it. And I believe that when I first had spoke and spoke, you have not developed anything, is that the quadriceps is very weak, and she took it very positively. Unlike some of the people, she took it positive and made the things all right to take it as a very proper rehab. And this is recently, see, anytime the physio, the athletes, doesn't mean that they should get only one-time injury. Injuries to the athletes are pretty common. If they have got one injury, second repeating injury really put them in really very much mind get a subset. So had a second injury again in the cartilage. So I think God bless everybody with again Josna again. She will come back to the sports almost. She's come back 90% of the thing back with the cartilage repair. Another player is a Orissa all-rounder, is a bowler, fast bowler. He had a ligament injury. It's one of the very important injury, PCL ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದು important ligament injury ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ again with the rehab, ನನಗೆ ಫೋಟೋ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು, he is going to back to very much normal. So there are so many things which our own our guest of honor was supposed to come, Samyukta ಇದೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇದೆ ligament injury ಆಗಿ ಈಗ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಓನ್ ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಈ ರೀತಿ ligament injury ಆಗಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವರು ಈಗ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ದ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್. ಶಿ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಹರ್ ಓನ್ ಸ್ಟಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಇಂಜುರಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎನ್ ಇಂಜುರಿ ಶಿ ಗಾಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಹೌ ಶಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಇಂಜುರ್ಡ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಲಿಗಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಜುರಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಈವನ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಕಾಮನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಟೂ ವೀಲರ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗಲೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಇಳಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಅದರ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಅಥ್ಲೀಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಸೊ she is come back to the sports and she's done very well.
really happy to be here at Kaveri Hospital on a different occasion. The last time I came here, I was going in for surgery, so I'm just happy that I'm a lot better now, healthy, fitter, and looking forward to playing again. Yeah, I started playing when I was about nine years old, and I knew from a very young age that I was going to be a professional squash player playing for India. That was always my dream to win medals. And so I had a pretty nice junior career with not too many hassles. But when I was about 22, 23, I was playing in the US, and I had a massive injury on court where I fell to the ground and I was in a lot of pain. And I didn't know what it was. But when I flew back to India, I had met Dr. Jagdish, and he saw my report after my MRI and said that I torn my ACL and I would be out of the game for almost a year. And at that point, I didn't believe it. It was pretty heartbreaking to hear that, because I was just getting into the groove of, playing in the professional tour, working up the rankings, and, just setting myself on tour. And he did my surgery, and a few days after, when he came to visit me in the room, he said, "I can't believe you're India's #1 squash player." And I said, "Why?" He said, "You have no muscles in your leg." And honestly, when he told me that, I made it my mission that when I was going into rehab, that I was going to come back to him as a top player with muscles. And honestly, that was really my driving force, where I realized how important my rehab was going to be if I was going to, come back on tour. And it was quite a challenging time, because I had to move to Bombay, do my rehab there. I didn't have a career. I wasn't sure how I was going to support myself financially. Would I be able to come back? And I had, people in my family who were like, maybe you should just quit now, get back into coaching maybe, because they didn't want me to put my body through all of that all over again. And somewhere deep down, I believed that I had a lot more squash left in me. And honestly, some of my best wins, my best victories all came after my ACL surgery. And it just really taught me that if you really don't give up, no matter how hard things can get, you can really achieve a lot. And I had different friends as well who had torn their ACL, who had a lot of ligament issues. And in like 1 year, 2 years, they had no ACL, because whoever their doctor was, had not done a great job, or they came back to the game too soon. And when I was looking at my MRI with Dr. Jagdish a few months back, he looked at the ACL that he had given me, and he's like, "Wow, it's perfect." And it just goes to show that I had such a great long 12, 13-year career after my surgery with him, when there could have been a chance it could have gone. But hats off, testament to Dr. Jagdish for being so good at what he does. That really gave me the confidence to push myself, push my body at training, at rehab, and keep believing that I had more left in me to play for India.
Launching of Kaveri Center for Sports Injury, which is very much required, as our chief guest of today, Dr. Jagdish, Vijay, everybody spoke. How important sports injuries means treatment, proper guidance and proper treatment for them to get back to their sports. It makes them a career change. A small mistake or improper guidance can take their careers in their life. So starting an exclusive sports center really is welcoming step from our unit at the Venkateshwara Bangalore today. And I want to thank our operations team, Dr. Jagdish, Dr. Mohan, and Dr. Vijay. Also, we have 5 physiotherapists in our department. We have a specialist in sports medicine physiotherapy also. I want to thank them also for coming for this event today.
I should really proudly should say that the motivation in her, what she had, and I showed in my the presentation. She does all her stuff. I was really scared to when I saw the first time how she got injured and the way she jumped and landed over. That is how she got injured. And when she came to see me, the first thing she was crying. You were crying, right?
I was
very much crying. She was asking me, "Doc, can I go back to the again for the shoot is there? The same stunt is there. I hope you will finish your stunt."
Yeah, of course I did.
All right, thank you.
Today March 1 तारीख release आते हैं.
All right, fantastic. So the main thing is the motivation, the comeback to the pool, and mind facing this. So she always had the comeback to the sports, and she said, I will come back. But only thing is, I always used to tell her, your muscles are not so strong.
He doesn't have anything other than that.
So that is because what I feel is when she gets into retail, she should not scold me like doctor, you did a surgery, I got retail. So my scare was you should not get retail. So that is most important. I think after rehab, everybody will come back to this thought about it. How the strong strength is very important when they come back to the things. Definitely, she had done very well right now, and last time when I examined, perfect it was. So and I saw your recent stunt also. This was amazing.
ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ಮನ್ಗೆ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್
ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಹೌದು
ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈಗ ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಇಂಜುರಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ.
ಹೌದು.
ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ರೈಟ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇವತ್ತು ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ನ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನಾಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ?
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಕಂಗ್ರ್ಯಾಚುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬೇಕಿತ್ತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಏನಕ್ಕೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಕ್ಕೂ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಸ್, ಲೈಫ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತೀವೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಅ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವ್. ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಸರ್ಜನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್, ಜಗದೀಶ್ ಅವರು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ಯಾಬ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಸರ್ಜನ್. ನನ್ನ ರಿಕವರಿ ಅವರೇ, ನನ್ನ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಅವರೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ನನಗೆ ರಿಕವರಿ ಅವರಿಂದನೇ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಸೊ ಐ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬೈ ಹಿಮ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನೇಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕಂಪನಿ ನೇಮ್ಗಿಂತ ಪೀಪಲ್ನ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ ಇಸ್ ಜಗದೀಶ್ ಸರ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಹಿ ಬಿಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶೋರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋದು. So congratulations to the team and congratulations to Kaveri Hospital for this event. ಇದೇ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 1ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ನನ್ನ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಕ್ರೀಮ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ತಿರದ ಚಿತ್ರಮಂದಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಸೇರಿ ಫಿಲಮ್ ನೋಡಿ 100% ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಅರ್ಜ್ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಕ್ರೌಡ್, ನಿಮಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನೋಡಕ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳ ಕಥೆಗಳು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ಥರ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಸಿ ಯು ಆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 1st.